Welcome to Audiobook Summaries, where you will be provided with clear and thoughtful summaries of best-selling books. Whether you're a busy professional looking to expand your knowledge on the go, a curious learner exploring new topics, or simply someone who prefers audio over reading, our channel is here for you. We offer to-the-point summaries that capture the essence of each book. Join us on a journey of learning, discovery, and inspiration as we dive into each author's message together. P.S. If you have specific book requests in mind, feel free to let us know in the comments. Summary of the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene is a guide to understanding and mastering power dynamics in various aspects of life. Drawing from historical figures, philosophical ideas, and military strategies, Greene outlines 48 laws that offer advice on how to gain, maintain, and protect power. Here's a summary of the key laws. 1. Never outshine the master. Make those above you feel superior. Always make your superiors feel like they are the most talented and important. 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Friends can betray. Enemies can be more reliable as they have more to prove and may be more cautious. 3. Conceal your intentions. Keep your plans and goals secret to prevent others from sabotaging your efforts. 4. Always say less than necessary. By saying less, you appear more powerful and enigmatic. This also prevents you from saying something that could be used against you. 5. So much depends on reputation. Guard it with your life. Your reputation is crucial. Protect it vigilantly and use it to your advantage. 6. Court attention at all costs. Being conspicuous and memorable is more advantageous than being overlooked or forgotten. 7. Get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. Use the skills and efforts of others to further your own goals while taking the recognition for their work. 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Make others pursue you. Create a situation where they have to come to you, giving you the upper hand. 9. Win through your actions, never through argument. Demonstrate your power through actions rather than words, as actions are more convincing and effective. 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and unlucky. Associating with those who are unhappy or unlucky can drag you down and negatively affect your own success. 11. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Create a situation where others rely on you to succeed, ensuring that you have power over them. 12. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. Use honesty and generosity strategically to disarm and gain the trust of others. 13. When asking for help, appeal to people's self-interest, never to their mercy or gratitude. Frame your requests in terms of how it benefits the other person, not how it benefits you. 14. Pose as a friend. Work as a spy. Gather information subtly about others to use to your advantage while maintaining a friendly facade. 15. Crush your enemy totally. When dealing with enemies, eliminate them completely to ensure they cannot retaliate. 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Create a sense of scarcity by withdrawing periodically, which can enhance your value and desirability. 17. Keep others in suspended terror. Cultivate an air of unpredictability. Being unpredictable keeps others off balance and unable to anticipate your moves. 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Engage with the world and build relationships rather than isolating yourself, which can be detrimental. 19. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Understand the people around you and avoid offending those who could be dangerous or influential. 20. Do not commit to anyone. Remain independent to avoid being bound by the expectations or obligations of others. 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. By appearing less intelligent, you can deceive others into underestimating you, which gives you the upper hand. 22. Use the surrender tactic. Transform weakness into power. Sometimes, surrendering strategically can be a way to gain advantage in the long run. 23. Concentrate your forces. Focus your resources and efforts on a single goal or project to maximize impact. 24. Play the perfect courtier. Master the art of navigating power structures by being adaptable, diplomatic, and adept at influencing those above you. 25. Recreate yourself. Continuously reinvent yourself to stay relevant and unpredictable in the eyes of others. 26. Keep your hands clean. Maintain an image of innocence and distance from any unsavory actions or affairs. 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Exploit people's desire for belief and belonging to create a strong influence or following. 28. Enter action with boldness. Act decisively and confidently, as bold actions tend to be more successful than hesitant ones. 29. Plan all the way to the end. Anticipate and plan for the entire course of action to ensure success. 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Conceal the hard work behind your achievements to appear naturally skilled and talented. 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. Manipulate the choices available to others to ensure that they are favorable to you. 32. Play to people's fantasies. Leverage people's desires and fantasies to achieve your goals. 33. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Identify and exploit the weaknesses of others to gain power over them. 34. Be royal in your own fashion. Act like a king to be treated like one. Carry yourself with confidence and dignity to command respect and authority. 35. Master the art of timing. Recognize and act at the most opportune moments to maximize your effectiveness. 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. If you can't attain something, showing indifference can undermine its value to others. 37. Create compelling spectacles. Use dramatic and memorable events to capture attention and influence others. 38. Think as you like but behave like others. Conform outwardly to social norms while maintaining your own private beliefs and strategies. 39. Stir up waters to catch fish. Create chaos and confusion to take advantage of the opportunities that arise. 40. Despise the free lunch. Value what you earn and avoid accepting free offerings, which can come with hidden costs or obligations. 41. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Forge your own path rather than following in the footsteps of someone who came before you. 42. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Target and neutralize key figures who influence others to disrupt their support base. 43. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Influence emotions and beliefs to gain control over people. 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Reflect back others' actions and behaviors to unsettle or provoke them. 45. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Advocate for change gradually to avoid resistance and backlash. 46. Never appear too perfect. Show some flaws or imperfections to avoid jealousy and resentment from others. 47. Do not go past the mark you aimed for. In victory, learn when to stop. Know when to quit while you're ahead to avoid overreaching and potential downfall. 48. Assume formlessness. Be adaptable and flexible, avoiding rigid patterns that others can predict or exploit. These laws provide a framework for navigating power and influence in various social and professional contexts. Greene's work emphasizes strategic thinking and the importance of understanding human behavior to achieve and maintain power. Thomas Shelby, the central character of Peaky Blinders, is known for his strategic and often ruthless use of power. Here are 15 examples of how Thomas Shelby displays power over his enemies. 1. Manipulating the Birmingham underworld. Thomas Shelby consolidates his control over Birmingham's criminal world by strategically forming alliances with other gangs and eliminating those who challenge his authority. 2. The Sabini confrontation. Thomas outmaneuvers Sabini, a rival gang leader, by leveraging his connections and orchestrating a series of actions that ultimately force Sabini to retreat from his position of power. 3. The Italian job. In a direct confrontation with the Italians, Thomas demonstrates his power by orchestrating a violent and decisive attack that weakens their control and establishes his dominance. 4. The Era connection. By aligning himself with the Era, Thomas Shelby gains significant leverage and protection against other adversaries, showcasing his ability to play various factions against one another. 5. The Chinese connection. Thomas manipulates the Chinese gang led by the Changretta family, using their desire for revenge to his advantage, and ultimately undermines their position in Birmingham. 6. Sabini's downfall. Thomas orchestrates a series of strategic moves to strip Sabini of his influence and control over the racetracks, culminating in a dramatic confrontation where Sabini's power is effectively dismantled. 7. Using the law, Thomas Shelby exploits legal and political connections to manipulate outcomes in his favor, showcasing his ability to wield power through various institutional channels. 8. The black market. Thomas Shelby uses his influence over the black market to undermine competitors and enforce his dominance in the illegal trade of goods and services. 9. Public display of power. Thomas often demonstrates his power publicly, using grandiose gestures and calculated moves to intimidate his enemies and showcase his control over the city. 10. The family's loyalty. Thomas maintains strict control over his family and ensures their loyalty through a mix of fear, respect, and strategic positioning, consolidating his power within the Shelby clan. 11. The enemy's weaknesses. Thomas expertly identifies and exploits the weaknesses of his enemies, whether personal or professional, to undermine their power and enhance his own position. 12. The stock market scheme. By manipulating the stock market and engaging in financial schemes, Thomas Shelby exerts control over key economic resources, demonstrating his ability to influence and dominate through economic power. 13. The political manipulations. Thomas leverages political connections and manipulates politicians to achieve his goals, demonstrating his ability to wield influence over political and legal systems. 14. The Shelby Distillery. Thomas uses the success of the Shelby Distillery to expand his influence and economic power, outmaneuvering competitors and solidifying his position in the business world. 15. The use of fear. Thomas Shelby uses fear as a tool to maintain control over both enemies and allies, employing intimidation and ruthless tactics to ensure compliance and eliminate threats. Through these actions, Thomas Shelby demonstrates a sophisticated understanding of power dynamics, utilizing a combination of strategic alliances, intimidation, and manipulation to maintain and expand his control. Now you need to watch The Subtle Art of Not Gibber a Fuck by Mark Manson, or have a look at How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie.